Great day, Royals! I am Empress Lazuli. You are your empire. And today on the Wealth Council, we will be speaking all about the solar eclipse that is happening in the sign of Gemini. All right, so what we're going to do today, let me turn this up just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the new moon and what that means. I'll talk about what it means in the actual energy of Gemini, and then I'll do a quick spread for everyone, and I'll have you pick a crystal, and then whatever cards come out for that specific crystal that you chose will be your message for the new moon. Okay, but first we're going to get into what the actual new moon is, what that means in the moon cycle, and then we'll get into it with the energy of Gemini and what a solar eclipse is, because it's a solar eclipse that is happening, which is also known as a new moon, right? But I'll get into the difference between a new moon and a solar eclipse. All right, if you would like to book a personal divine session with me, a one-on-one, all of that information you can find on my page by clicking the book now button. That will take you to all of my appointment services, and I look forward to having a session with you. All right, so let's dive straight in. So what is a new moon? All right, now I did go ahead and refer to the lunar eclipse that we had in Sagittarius, so definitely refer back to that video to go ahead and see what a lunar eclipse is. Okay, but now we're talking about a solar eclipse, which is also known as a new moon, right? So a new moon is literally the start of a new moon cycle, okay? And when you have a new cycle that is starting with the moon, it is prompting us energetically as a collective to embrace a new cycle, right? So when we're embracing new cycles, we want to welcome in new energy, and we want to manifest based on new intentions that we plan to set for that cycle, right? All right, so let me move this out the way quickly so I have a bit more room here. All right, so let's get into what the difference is between the new moon and a solar eclipse. A solar eclipse is more intense energy, okay? And at this time, I'm going to show you guys some resources that I would recommend to you. I'll actually read a little bit from this book, okay, just to show you what kind of information is in here. But this is called Moonology. It's by Yasmin Boland. No, she's not paying me for the book. So definitely make sure you pick this book up, read all about how you can manifest with the energy of the moon, and specifically the moon cycles, okay? Especially when they're in different energies, and you can narrow it down based on your knowledge of your natal chart to see which house the new moon is actually happening in, which will tell you what area of your life that this new moon is, or solar eclipse, is going to be impacting the most. All right, so when it comes to the new moon energy, I'm literally going to read a snippet, okay, of the solar eclipse energy. All right, I think it may be better. Well, I'll just read the new moon phase and then I'll read the solar eclipse, okay? And a new moon phase is great for planting seeds of your future dreams. It's a phase that begins 1 to 3.5 days after the balsamic moon. And the key words for this moon are things like a clean slate, right? The potential with this new cycle that you're entering, and also dreams, right? So Jupiter is actually in Pisces right now. So a lot of you may have been experiencing a heightened dream state when you're sleeping. You may have been experiencing more rapid dreams. I don't know why it's on an advert right now. Sorry, I just realized that. I'm like, yes, but when you're going through a new moon, it's basically a time for you to wipe the slate clean, okay? Have a new cycle, a new start to things. You want to bring in fresh energy. You want to welcome in this new cycle that is starting with fresh energy, all right? And specifically when it's a solar eclipse, it's going to be more intense energy that you are experiencing, all right? So in addition to this book, okay, Yasmin Boland also created an oracle card deck, okay? And with the oracle card deck, there's actually cards that come with it as well. And in this deck, there's actually a card that is the new moon eclipse here, okay? Also known as the solar eclipse. So I'm gonna read this card to you, and then I'll get into Gemini energy so that we can bring the energies together and we can explain how what that means for it to be a solar eclipse in the energy of Gemini. All right, so the new moon eclipse are among the most exciting astrological events. They herald a complete change of pace. It's as though you're headed in one direction, probably being guided by your ego, and then here comes the divine or spirit to turn you instead to face a direction you actually need to go. All right, so regardless of whether or not there's a new moon, if you pull this card, right, it's a powerful affirmation for a positive turnaround. That's what it says in the actual deck. All right, so it's a great time for you to expect a powerful change, right? Specifically with the solar eclipse happening in the energy of Gemini as a zodiac sign, and with us actually being in Gemini season at this time, this is a powerful change that you can expect, specifically when it comes to communication, right? And so there's a few things that you may want to address or think about or reflect on because of this solar eclipse happening in the energy of Gemini, okay? So think about how you need to communicate, first of all, okay? Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is all about communication. So acknowledge how you communicate now, and then are there any new cycles that you want to get into for how you communicate? Do you think that you come across a bit aggressive towards other people unnecessarily? You maybe have any pent-up anger because of unresolved emotional situations that you've been through, right? So how can you improve on your communication in this new cycle? How can you use this new solar eclipse powerful energy to propel you into a new change that's going to allow you to communicate more effectively with your family and friends and people that you interact with on a daily basis, right? So think about your communication. Also, meditation is super important. I have a Gemini rising, and I find it so amazing to be able, when I can, to sit down and actually meditate. I make it a actual goal to wake up. As soon as I rise up, I actually go and meditate. First thing before I do anything, right? Sometimes I sneak a scroll, I won't lie, but that is predominantly what I am geared towards doing first to start my day on the right foot. Meditation is really great because with that Gemini energy, there's a lot of thoughts that can build up in the mental space, specifically in the mind, okay? So when you're having this, when you're having all of these thoughts come through with the Gemini energy, it's a really great idea for you to meditate so that you can be more reflective of what thoughts are coming through, which thoughts are actually going to help you progress in the direction that you want to go. Hi, babe. Hi. That help you to go in the best direction that you would like to move forward during this solar eclipse, right? Which is a new cycle that you're starting. Solar eclipse energy actually will hang around for about 6 months, okay? So I'm about to go to Spotify because I really cannot stand how YouTube keeps, like, that's very annoying. But literally, with this solar eclipse energy, it will hang around for about 6 months. So whatever you're thinking about starting or whatever new initiatives you're planning to take on, specifically when it comes to the way that you communicate and the specific area of your life natally that this is happening in, right? Then you need to think about a 6-month plan, right? How do I want to meditate and think about how I want to communicate to the world for the next 6 months, right? Have a think about that. Also a great thing for you to do for the solar eclipse, specifically with it being in Gemini energy, that's an air sign. Like I said, you're going to have a lot of thoughts that come through. So it's a great idea for you to journal at this time, okay? So get a pen and paper out and literally have a moment of meditation. And then as soon as you come out of the meditation, journal. What thoughts were you directed to the most, right? What do you need to work on or walk through within this new cycle? cycle, to maybe break free from certain things, okay? Gemini is also a mutable sign. Mutable signs are really great at being adaptable, being able to change and go with the flow. So have you been a bit rigid and stiff and stubborn and stagnant in any areas of your life? This solar eclipse energy is going to help you, as the message said in the oracle card deck, to get more directed and in alignment with your destiny and your purpose. So again, if you do notice right now that any certain things are happening in your life, certain things are moving and shaking, right? Communication is being had, people are reaching out to you and asking you to do certain things. You need to be able to go with the flow and be adaptable, be changeable. Make sure that you're addressing your intuition, obviously, right? To make sure that it's the right decision for you and how you want to move forward, and making sure that it's aligned to your destiny. But make sure that you're journaling and writing down some kind of plan, all right? We also have Mercury in retrograde right now in the sign of Gemini during Gemini season, and while this solar eclipse in Gemini will be happening tomorrow. So do take into account that revising type energy, right? Revisiting any of your old plans from the past that you maybe didn't see through to the end, that if you did start a new cycle of it now, right, with this solar eclipse energy, right, and getting in this new cycle with the energy of Gemini, then it could actually take off for you in a better way than it did in the past, okay, with you working with this divine energy at this time, okay? So journal, make some plans, definitely make sure you're revising any plans. You can revisit certain things to see what you can learn, or maybe what those experiences were supposed to teach you, okay? But don't be in an air of wanting to just, oh, I'm gonna communicate as soon as I do something. Reflect, meditate, and take time to journal as well, all right? Also, this makes mention of seeing your siblings. So Gemini energy is related to the child, right? With 3, it's that child energy. So when's the last time that you spent time with your siblings? When's the last time you really spoke to them? Okay, if you're someone that this is resonating with in terms of seeing your siblings, maybe with this solar eclipse energy, it's a great idea for you to reach out and maybe establish some type of weekly call that you have to communicate with your siblings, with your brother, with your sister, right? If there was some type of situation where you both had a disagreement or an argument, maybe with this solar eclipse, it's a really great time, if it's been on your intuition, on your mind, right? With the Gemini energy, if it's been on your mind to squash the beef with them, to break the ice and communicate with them, to talk to them, especially with Mercury retrograde. Like I said, you're revising, thinking back through all of those things that you've gone through, all of the actions that you've taken, seeing what you can take from it, right? So if you need to communicate with a sibling that you maybe haven't spoken to in a while, or maybe you need to have a conversation to squash any type of imbalance in the air between the two of you, then definitely take this as a sign for you to go ahead and reach out to have a possible communication, okay? If you still don't feel comfortable at this time making that communication, at least forgive yourself, okay? Because when you have this new solar eclipse energy, it's going to expect powerful change. So at least do the best that you can to forgive your sibling for that situation, that argument that you may have had, and then also practice being grateful. So have gratitude for your siblings. Express gratitude and send them love on today, even if you can't have a conversation with them, okay? Also, reading more. So Gemini, as I said, is all about the mind, stimulating the mind, thinking, learning, okay? So like I recommended this book, it's a really great idea if you're looking into learning about something to get a book on it. Maybe read up on something that you're interested in right now, something that's intuitively kind of been, knocking at the walls of your mind or your subconscious, okay? So buy a book, go on Amazon, or when you pass a bookstore or something, go in there and see what sections are grabbing your attention. You need to read more, okay? So maybe pick up a book during this solar eclipse in Gemini, but definitely expect some type of powerful change in your life. If you would like more about to know more about what area this is happening in specifically for you, I would love to have a divine session. You can tell me your natal chart, and then I can look at what house that's happening in before you maybe pull some cards and oracle cards to let you know more about how you can move forward most powerfully to keep building your empire. All right, I do want to talk about a couple of other transits that are going on while this solar eclipse in Gemini is actually happening. Okay, and I'm gonna go down the line here. So yeah, Mercury is retrograde, as I stated before, and it's actually retrograde in the energy of Gemini. So again, revising communication that you had in the past. You may be getting visited by someone in your past, and they may be reaching out to communicate with you. You need to be the one to decide, especially with the solar eclipse in Gemini. It's an intense, powerful change or powerful energy that people are feeling. So someone could be feeling this energy, an ex-lover or an ex-friend or a family member you don't speak to, a sibling that you no longer speak to, could reach out to you around this time, right? Because they're feeling that energy of the solar eclipse to promote them into a new cycle, okay? So if they reach out, you need to decide and have a good connection with your intuition through meditation to know, do I want this person to be in my life in this new cycle that I'm expecting to walk in with this energy? Does it feel right for them to be coming back into my life at this time? Okay, because you could be repeating a karmic cycle that is not working for your highest good. Okay, we have Saturn in retrograde right now, so you have the ability to break free from karmic cycles that have been replaying themselves in your life. So think, okay, are there any patterns right now that keep playing over and over in my life? Are there any trends or patterns that I'm noticing in how I communicate with others, how people reach out and communicate to me, right? How can I be better at communicating my passions, things that I want to take action on, right? Thinking logically and coming up with a plan. Am I a bit hot-headed? Do I kind of rush and act childish sometimes? Do people tell me that a lot? Do I need to take time to meditate a bit more and write things down, right? So really thinking about these things as this solar eclipse in Gemini is happening, okay? Because Mercury is retrograde. Mercury is going back direct about the 22nd of this month. So I feel like if you're going to be launching any new websites, if you're wanting to bring out and launch any new products or services, it's a really great idea for you to wait. This is a great time for you to keep planning, keep writing down, keep perfecting, getting the organization of how you're going to launch the product together, right? You may have a really great idea that hits you suddenly during the solar eclipse in Gemini as well. Again, it depends on what house this is happening for you in, okay? But definitely moving forward in a way that's going to help set you up powerfully for what you want to create for your life. What do you feel your purpose is? What is your path? What do you feel your destiny is? If you don't know those things, maybe you need to read up a little bit more on those things. Maybe you need to be a bit more curious and childlike in your wonder and how you allow your thoughts to wander. But maybe you need to be in a more still position to really find that out. So meditation would really be great for you during the solar eclipse, all right? Also journaling, as I said, writing things down gets it out of the mental frame and into this physical realm. So that can really help you to plan things out as well. All right. So I just talked about Mercury. Let's go to Mars. Tomorrow, Mars is going into the energy, tomorrow, Friday. Okay, Mars is going into the energy of Leo, all right? And when it goes into this energy of Leo, with Mars being the planet that's about action, about being passionate, about being brave, right? And then we have Leo, which is all about your confidence, about your power. Once this Mars energy, this planet goes into Leo, the zodiac sign, a lot of people are going to be feeling that spark in being able to sustain themselves in certain actions at that they're moving towards. So depending on how you utilize the solar eclipse in Gemini energy will help to really propel you really wonderfully and beautifully with this Mars and Leo energy to help get things done based on how you see yourself communicating in a new way, how you see yourself handling different situations in a new way. If you want to take on a meditation routine, that can help you with this Mars and Leo energy. Be confident about this new direction that you're wanting to move in, and be rest in your power, right? I feel like as well, because this is the Seven of Wands energy in the Tarot, this is kind of like that energy of you doing the work. So what work have you been doing without being in the limelight? What work have you been doing that people haven't really been seeing or giving you credit for per se, right? With this Mars and Leo energy, you're gonna feel a lot more confident about standing your ground against naysayers, against people that have an opposite viewpoint of yours or have some type of pushback to give you based on where they see you taking action in your life. Stand your ground, okay? With the Seven of Wands energy in the Tarot representing Mars and Leo, stand your ground. You are completely and 100% correct in whatever you feel that your life is taking you at this time, and you should not allow anyone outside of yourself to attempt to dictate where that should be. So speak up for yourself. If you're typically someone that does not really communicate and share things, and you just listen to whatever everyone else is saying, then this is a great energy with Mars and Leo happening starting this Friday based on when you're watching the video. With this energy, it's going to really help to give you the confidence and the power to speak with your chest and literally tell people, no, I'm standing my ground. This is what I'm working towards. If you don't agree, that's fine, but I am not going to approve of your message. I only approve of mine, and that's what's helping me take action and move forward towards the things that I'm passionate about, okay? So during the Mars and Leo transit, you may feel a lot more confident. You might be speaking a lot more with your chest, all right? But don't allow the energy to make you overconfident. Don't allow it to make you speak too much with your ego, all right? Because then that can get to a potentially toxic place, right? If we're overusing that energy and in a way that is not maintaining a divine balance and order, okay? So we just talked about Mercury, we talked about Mars just now entering in Leo. Venus right now is in the energy of Cancer. So you may be feeling like you want to beautify your home space. You may be feeling like you want to have more pleasure when it comes to your home space. You may be feeling like internally you want to do more self-love, self-care for yourself, show yourself more love. You may want to beautify your body, change your hair, right? We're about to come into Cancer season on the 21st, which is also going to be the summer solstice. So we're now transitioning from the spring season to the summer season, right? Everyone's outside now. So now you're going to want to care more about beautifying your body while Venus is in Cancer, and you may feel that urge to make any improvements around your house in terms of the interior, cleaning spaces out with unwanted energy to kind of clear the clutter and allow yourself to feel more love in your home space, okay? This could also mean being a lot firmer with what you feel you deserve in loving relationships. So with Venus in Cancer, it's giving you that energy of feeling confident. That's that Empress energy with Venus, and then Cancer is the Chariot. So you feel very, you are the creator of the circumstances and relationships in your life. And I feel like with the Venus in Cancer transit right now, it's helping you to see that more. So you're able to speak up about what relationships you want in your life and what you know that you deserve. I give you really great energy, so I deserve really great energy back. Venus in Cancer is the Two of Cups in the Tarot. So it's being engaged in relationships that are going to be really balanced, that this other person that you're investing in is also investing back in you. It's equal, right? There's duality in the relationship, and those are predominantly the relationships that you're spending more of your energy on right now during this Venus in Cancer transit. All right, so Venus, let's go to Jupiter. Jupiter is in Pisces right now. So as I touched on earlier, your dreams are probably a lot more vivid. You may be remembering them. They may be a bit more intense, right? But this is also about expecting the unexpected, right? Believing in your dreams, believing the impossible, believing that they can happen for you. The Wheel of Fortune represents Jupiter in the Tarot. So believe that it's your time to shine. It's your time for your dreams to come true. Even if you never thought that they would be able to manifest in your world, believe that it can manifest at this time while Jupiter is in Pisces. It's the biggest planet in our solar system, and it's a benefic planet. So it will give you a lot of growth and expansion and luck, right? Based on your belief in whatever energy it's in. So belief in your dreams, okay? So now let's go to Saturn. Saturn's actually retrograde right now in the sign of Aquarius. As I said before, a lot of karma is being released in terms of your ability to get out of cycles that you've repetitively been in, okay? So think back right now during Gemini season, and while the solar eclipse is about to hit us tomorrow, think about any karmic cycles that you want to release, any new cycles you want to step into, right? When it comes to your communication and how you communicate with people in your environment, with your surroundings, and also how you want to communicate with the world. Gemini also rules social media. It also rules mail, right? Journalists, newspapers, articles, any way that you receive information through any communication forms is Gemini ruled, okay? So how do you want to make an impact on the world through the way you're communicating in social media? Do you want to launch a website? Do you want to launch a new business, product, or service, right? Your Saturn in retrograde, actually in the area of Aquarius, which is also an air sign, in that zodiac sign of Aquarius, is allowing you to see how you can end certain cycles that keep you back from engaging with community, engaging with the world, especially through technology. So do you have a subconscious belief that you are not good enough? Do you feel that people are not going to like you if you express your true self and your true opinion? Aquarius is a star energy, so it's you expressing the gifts, the divine downloads and messages that you're receiving that you need to share, right? So definitely analyze that. Look at any of those boundaries and structures, walls that you've put up, right, to keep you from engaging with your community in the outside world. And how can you break those things and engage in a new cycle of beginning to communicate your thoughts, communicate how you feel, right? So now let's get into, we just did Saturn, now let's get into Neptune, okay? Neptune is actually in the energy of Pisces, all right? So this is also the illusion, the dreamy state here. Neptune actually rules Pisces. So again, this is that energy of being able to dream up the impossible, those illusions kind of being at the forefront. You kind of feel like anything is possible. However, okay, on the other aspect of things, there is a potential for escapism, right? So we need to be very transparent and honest with ourselves regarding any escapism tools that we're using at the moment, specifically drugs and alcohol, all right? So do you have any toxic addictions that will not serve you in the way that you wish to communicate with the world moving forward? Specifically when it comes to drugs, alcohol, you could have an addiction to food, right? Do you need to do some type of detox? It's about to be the summertime. So any addictions that come up, addictions to social media, right? Do you need to set more boundaries for yourself instead of allowing yourself to indulge in escapism, okay? Because it feels good, okay? So now we're going to move on to Uranus. Uranus is actually in Taurus. So unexpected value is literally wanting to come into you, but that's dependent on your ability. Is this for a specific side? No, this is just general. So hi, greetings, Jay. I haven't talked to you in forever. So this is the solar eclipse in Gemini. I just went over that energy, and now I'm just going through where all of the planets are right now really quickly before I go into a mini pick a card for each crystal that I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys choose. So for Uranus being in Taurus, this is unexpected value that you come across based on your ability to move forward in a futuristic and dynamic way, right? So be willing to stir the pot. Be willing to not go according to the norm of how society typically would expect you to move, because there could be a lot of unexpected value and unexpected money that comes to you from taking that leap of faith, from being a front runner, from being someone that is thinking futuristically. So if you are wanting to engage in an entrepreneurial pursuit, right? If you have an idea, something that is forward thinking and futuristic that you don't see in everyday society, that you want to bring to the forefront and that you want to share with the community, take that leap of faith, right? Jupiter's in Pisces right now. You can act on that, okay? And trust that there is value that people will see in the community based on you sharing your gift that will match the abundance that you're sharing with the world, because abundance is a frequency, right? All right, so now that's Uranus. We're getting into Pluto. Pluto is actually in retrograde right now in Capricorn. So Capricorn typically represents the structure. So typically like the government, politics, those types of things in society structurally. You're seeing a transformation right now in those things. Specifically with Pluto being in retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, this is information that's coming out. Information that was possibly hidden, right? When it comes to the occult, when it comes to esoteric knowledge, you're seeing a lot of surging knowledge when it comes to all of these things that are shaking the foundation, Capricorn, that we are typically used to in terms of our societal structure. So think about these things that you can do right now to transform yourself with this new foundational structure that is now wanting to come in, right? So anything that you can do, I would say specifically when it comes to your job, to be honest, anything that has to do with you taking actions, taking initiative, because Capricorn's a cardinal sign, taking the initiative to engage in money-making pursuits that will transform the paradigm and the current structure that's in place. So how can you challenge the current structure in following pursuits that have intuitively been coming to you that you may have been ignoring up until this point, where I'm giving you the message to go ahead and take that leap of faith and go out on that. Okay, so hopefully that really quick like planet thing, me going through the planets, helped you in some way to kind of see how these energies are working together and what the energies are right now. I know that was really quick, okay, but I wanted to focus more on the solar eclipse in Gemini. And so how you can see what those energies are kind of doing in the background while the solar eclipse is going to happen tomorrow. I would definitely urge you to go onto Astro Tea, which is the clubhouse room that myself and my beautiful co-host Nikki have every single Sunday. And it's from 3 p.m. British summertime, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, and we go over all of the transits for the week ahead. So this week, Sunday, definitely join us 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. British summertime, to really go through what the transits will be looking like next week for you. Take some notes. It can help you really set yourself up powerfully to continue building your empire. That's the goal. Really good. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So, yes, now we're going to go into a quick pick a card, all right? And I've never done like a reading online with this deck, but it was calling me to say that it had some messages for you all. This is an absolute beautiful deck. Like, this is one of my special decks that I don't just whip out. So if you're on this live, okay, there's definitely some type of message that this deck wants to give you. So stick around for that, all right? And I have 3 crystals that are calling me that want to kind of give you a message today. And the first one is Lapis Lazuli, all right? If this Lapis Lazuli crystal is calling to you, then definitely stay tuned to see what message it has, okay? I'm going to pull a couple of cards for each of these crystals. So the first one is Lapis Lazuli. The second one is this Strawberry Quartz. So the Strawberry Quartz sphere, really beautiful crystal, Strawberry Quartz. All right, so that's the second one here. Okay, so if the Strawberry Quartz is calling you, then definitely stay tuned for that. And then we have this Pyrite here, all right? And there's actually flecks of Pyrite in Lapis Lazuli. That's where you can kind of see those gold flecks, okay? But this is Pyrite. Pyrite is the third crystal, okay, that is going to go ahead and give you a message, okay? So let me go ahead and shuffle really quickly. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Goddess. And this is my highest and destiny. Thank you for giving me clear and concise messages for everyone that needs to hear the message. Our beautiful royals. Allow this message to inspire them. Give them a beautiful message for the solar eclipse that's happening tomorrow in Gemini, and unconditional love. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I'm actually going to pull from another deck as well. All right. So at this time, just take a few breaths, okay? Take a few breaths, whichever deck you, or whichever crystal you chose, okay? Just take a couple of breaths. And whatever messages are supposed to come out for you, whatever messages that you're supposed to hear today or whenever you're watching this, are for you, okay? And again, if you would like a personal divine session, you want me to go a bit deeper into any messages for you, you can click the Book Now button on my Instagram profile. So click that button and you can see all of my appointment services and times, okay, to go ahead and book a session with me. And I love my one-on-ones. If you guys have booked a one-on-one and you're watching this, you know it goes down. We love to have those one-on-one sessions, right? Really great breakthroughs happen. All right. So, Spirit, what's the message for the Lapis Lazuli? So if you chose Lapis Lazuli, okay, this beautiful Lapis Lazuli crystal, this is your message. What's the message for my Lapis Lazuli crystal? For the solar eclipse and Gemini, Spirit, what's the message for my Lapis Lazuli deck? Okay, I'm going to get 3 cards for each. Past, present, future. All right, perfect. Okay, so past, we have the Goddess of Cups. Or sorry, the God of Cups here for the past energy. For the present, we have the Magician in the reverse. And for the future, we have Justice, okay? I'm going to get 1 clarifier for each from my other deck. And then we're going to move on. All right. Immediately for this God of Cups, for some of you, this is definitely a water sign that you may have been involved in the past, okay? So that's a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, or you yourself could be a water sign in the past here. And this could be, if this God of Cups is your energy, then this could definitely be you stepping into your power, okay? The God of Cups is a very mature energy. They know about their emotions. They're very in tune with their emotions, okay? And they're able to kind of be still and quiet amongst that experience of what they may be feeling intuitively, okay? They're not really quick to speak about how they're feeling, but they do very much know what they are feeling, right? So they're in tune with their intuition, but they're not so much the most talkative. So if this is you, you've really been doing a lot to learn more about yourself on an intuitive scale. So really great job for that. I see that ascension that's happened, that maturity that's happened with your emotions, okay? If this is someone that you've been dealing with, then in the past, okay, if this is not your energy, this is definitely someone that you were dealing with that may have been a bit more reserved about how they felt emotionally about you in the past, okay? And we're going to clarify in just a couple moments, okay? They told me to switch the deck to get clarification. Yeah, okay, so immediately, wow, Justice card came out again. So we have the 10 of Wands that came out to clarify. This is definitely a situation where if you were the person that this God of Cups is representing, you decided to step out of just tiring yourself, constantly ignoring your emotions, constantly taking action, but not really using your intuition to support what actions you are taking, right? It's kind of like that ability to kind of be over the burden that it was taking for you to blindly be taking actions. people want you to do this, so you do it, but you're not really as emotionally invested in it as you would like to be. You're kind of just doing this because everyone wants you to. So in the past, you realized that you no longer wanted to be someone that was burdened with taking actions that weren't really supported by your emotions, right? That was burning you out, making you feel exhausted, tired, right? And just going after things that weren't really in your best interest and weren't really aligned with what you want to do moving forward. Yep, so you swiftly changed up. You may have swiftly left an environment, packed your bags. Some of you could have moved to an entirely new location. You're like, I'm tired of this, I'm moving away. But this is really rapid movement here with the 8 of Wands, okay? If this God of Cups was someone outside of yourself, okay, I do see here with this 10 of Wands and the 8 of Wands that you maybe got tired of them not expressing their emotions to you. You got sick of that point where it's like, I constantly look at you and I see a stoic face. I know you care about me, but you don't ever tell me. You don't ever show me. You just kind of keep everything bottled in. And yeah, I can talk to you about my emotions. I can tell you how I feel. But then when it comes to you reciprocating and being open with me back, you know, I don't really like that feeling of kind of feeling like I'm just talking to you, but you're not sharing your emotions. So you may have left the situation with them in the past, with this person that was really stoic and closed off with their emotions, okay? Because they weren't really willing to open up and share with you. And what kind of relationship is that, right? Where you were with someone, but they don't really feel that they can open up and truly share how they feel with you emotionally, okay? With this Justice card, if you're the person that this God of Cups is representing, you definitely, by you leveling up, by you taking yourself more seriously emotionally, this definitely allowed you to level up and get justice. So you may have started to see that things started working more in your favor. Emotionally, started feeling a lot more satisfied with the way that you are taking actions and initiative. People started respecting you more, right? Because you are now operating from a space of how you felt emotionally. And when your energy is good on the inside, it radiates outward in more of an abundant way, and you being able to manifest, okay? So if this God of Cups is your energy, then with this Justice card, as you began to develop more of your emotions and you became more stable and mature in how you treated yourself emotionally, you began to see more justice in the world, right? All right, now we have the Magician in the reverse for the present moment. So this solar eclipse is coming at a really perfect time for you guys, all right? If you are the person that was involved with the God of Cups, then this is definitely the energy of like them being kind of tricky. The reason why they don't really communicate with you emotionally is because they kind of wanted to keep you guessing. They wanted to keep you in that, but who wants to stay in that forever, right? You felt like this person could have been someone that you were with long term, but who wants to stay in a position where they constantly feel like, you know, they're being tricked or someone's not being fully honest with them and open, right? You could have manifested something with this person, but they may not have had the best intentions emotionally, okay? And that was one of the reasons why you moved away from them. In the present moment, I feel like if they do come back during the solar eclipse, I am feeling with this Magician card in the reverse, they don't have the best intentions coming back into your life at this time, okay? So I wouldn't recommend that if this person reaches out during the solar eclipse energy, that you just allow them back into your emotional space, okay? If they reach out to communicate with you, because with this Magician in the reverse, they may not have the best intentions. All right. Yep. Okay, we have the 6 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, and the 3 of Swords. You're better off in a position and feeling more fulfilled in where you are now. You need to stand your ground in how you've been able to develop apart from this person, okay? Let me just have a look here to see for anyone that is this God of Cups energy, just to see what I'm picking up for this Magician in reverse in the present moment. Yeah, I just feel like if you are this God of Cups energy or were this God of Cups energy in the past, okay, with the Magician in the reverse being here in the present moment for you, okay, you're definitely moving away from any of those mental kind of thoughts that kept you from your happiness, those mental thoughts that kept you from feeling truly fulfilled emotionally, from any of that pain and that heartbreak, okay? So definitely during the solar eclipse, journal out any of the energy that you're feeling. Journal out any of the emotions, anything that comes across your mental space. Write it down. When you're meditating and you're reflecting, spending time to think about what comes to mind when you just empty your mind and you're thinking about nothing specific, what floats by, right? If you're a mountain and your clouds are the thoughts, what clouds are drifting by? Not focusing and pinpointing on one, but just more or less observing what thoughts are going by as you're in this meditative state, right? There are many different ways to meditate. If you want me to do a video on the different types of meditation, then please let me know. Send me a DM because I may not see it if you comment now or remember. So send me a DM to let me know if you want me to do a video on actually the different ways that you can meditate. It's not just all that, okay? So with this Three of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Nine of Cups, if you were this God of Cups in the past, you're definitely moving forward and not lying to yourself anymore. Removing and moving forward from any of those mental thoughts that kept you anchored down and moving into your fulfillment and away from any heartbreak, which is a really great sign. I love to see this. Use this energy of the solar eclipse to help you continue propelling forward in your life and manifesting what you want from that energetic place of power, okay? So moving forward, yeah, we have the Justice card here, okay? So for the future, there is justice for you. If you left this God of Cups behind, this is definitely you moving into a time where you're going to see justice for yourself for making that decision and putting yourself first. If this God of Cups energy is you, then for the future energy, you taking the time to balance out your emotion, balancing those scales, taking time to address your intuition and how you feel about something before you take action on it, right? Hi! Oh, I haven't seen you in so long. Hi! If this Justice card is you, right, then this is you moving forward in a way where you're celebrating yourself. You're celebrating the fact that you've been able to balance your emotions and mentally or emotionally rather address yourself before moving forward and making decisions, okay? Let me just clarify this before we go ahead and move on to the next crystal, okay? And I will be saving this. So if you're joining me after and you did want to choose the Lapis Lazuli crystal, definitely just go back and watch it. Clarify the Justice, please. Unconditional love for my beautiful royals. Clarify the Justice card, please. Okay. Yep, the Fool, okay? This is definitely a new beginning that you're stepping into, guys. Definitely when it comes to how you treat yourself, how you see yourself, how you respect yourself, and how you allow other people to show respect for you as well. So regardless of whether you are this God of Cups or the God of Cups is someone that you dealt with in the past, you're moving forward from this solar eclipse in Gemini that's happening tomorrow into a space of a lot healthier communication with yourself and in how you're accepting communication with other people, because the scales are balancing with this Justice card, okay? But that's going to be dependent on your ability to have faith. Take leaps of faith and believe in yourself. Believe in how you feel. If you get a download telling you to make a certain decision and do something suddenly, be open to doing that. Clarify this Fool, please. Clarify the Fool card. For my beautiful royals, please, Spirit. Clarify the Fool card. Clarify this Fool energy. Oh, Chariot wants it to pop out. What's this? Yep, the Queen of Wands. okay? When you're taking actions, be nurturing to yourself. Know that you're not receiving the download for no reason. Know that you're not crazy. Your intuition is not crazy. The Queen of Wands is content with taking actions, being in tune with her intuition, being in tune with her divine feminine, and using that to help navigate how she takes action in a mature way. All right? So moving forward, trust in your intuition, trust in how you're feeling about certain things. And if you feel that you need to take a leap of faith, okay, this solar eclipse in Gemini is helping prompt you and helping to give you that energy to be able to communicate that to whoever you need to speak to, okay, including if that's yourself, to give yourself permission and forgive yourself for past situations. Be grateful for past situations so that you can move forward into a new cycle for yourself that has a lot of great energy, right? A lot of ability to manifest, a lot of ability to move forward with things that you're truly passionate and that you actually care about, right? Showing yourself that nurturing, loving energy. The Queen of Wands also represents Aries energy, okay? So this could be you moving forward and having some type of business venture or getting into some type of passionate relationship, whether that's business or love, with an Aries, okay? This could be a masculine or feminine, okay? So take it however it resonates. But this is definitely you experiencing justice for everyone with my Lapis Lazuli, okay? Again, this was for the Lapis Lazuli crystal, all right? And if you missed any of the message, I am saving it. So definitely go back once I've saved it and watch it from the beginning. All right, now I'm gonna move on to the strawberry quartz. So if you guys chose the strawberry quartz, this really beautiful sphere, okay, then we're about to do your spread for the solar eclipse in Gemini. All right, let's get some messages for you. Let me turn this up. All right, so let's see. All right, Spirit, what's my message for the strawberry quartz for the solar eclipse in Gemini? What's my message for the strawberry quartz pile for this solar eclipse in Gemini? One more. 2 cards popped out. One more. Let's get one more message. Thank you. All right. All right, so we have the Daughter of Cups, okay? For the present moment, or for the past, we have the Daughter of Cups energy here, all right? For the present moment, we have the 5 of Pentacles, and for the future, we have Temperance, okay? So this is everyone that chose the strawberry quartz, all right? For the past moment with this Daughter of Cups here, I'm definitely feeling as if there was some excitement in your energy to be able to be compassionate and go out and get things done, especially when it comes to the beauty that you had and attracting love, okay? Some of you may have attracted lovers, or people could have noticed your energy that were maybe not as mature enough to be able to handle you, right? So this is that innocence that comes with learning about yourself when it comes to love with the Daughter of Cups. So I definitely feel like there was a lot of innocence in terms of your emotions and how you chose to accept offers from people, even if they were not on your level per se, okay? That's what I'm getting. But let's get some clarification for my strawberry quartz. Clarify Daughter of Cups, please, Spirit. Clarify this Daughter of Cups energy. Clarify this Daughter of Cups energy. I feel like there's a lot more like just innocence when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your ability to be surprised, your ability to go into certain situations with that innocence, with that emotional immaturity, if you will, right? Clarify this Daughter of Cups, please. Anything else for the Daughter of Cups? All right, 2 more shuffles. Ooh. Not quite. All right. Okay, so in the past here, all right, we have the 4 of Cups and this Ten of Swords energy to clarify. So I definitely feel as if there was some type of decision that you made to get into a situation that you then were kind of like, I'm over this. I don't want to deal with this anymore. This is a situation that, you know, hurt me a lot, okay? Especially with this Ten of Swords. They were someone that you entrusted with your emotions that didn't know how to treat you maturely in order to basically keep you, okay? This is someone that even if you're still with them, it's like you feel as if you're having to kind of settle. They make you doubt yourself. They kind of make you doubt whether you're good enough. They kind of make you play over certain things in your mind. They may be somewhat verbally abusive towards you. Okay, even if they're not saying like profane language, this is definitely them saying things to you that make you second guess yourself and how good you are, how much you're able to be nurturing, right? How loving you are. Your love language that you express to them, they may try and make you feel intentionally like it's not good enough. But whatever situation this was in the past, you were very innocent when it came to how you would approach certain situations emotionally. When people would respond to you, even if they weren't on your level, you would still give them a chance. But I feel through this experience, it kind of allowed you to learn a lot about the love dynamic, okay, with this Four of Cups and the Ten of Swords, in terms of no longer accepting offers that are beneath you, no longer accepting offers of love from people that are not going to know how to treat you correctly. And I feel like that took on your part work to kind of see and point out who those types of people, feel out with your emotions, who these types of people could potentially be. All right, so let's move forward to the present moment with this Five of Pentacles. Yep, give me this Five of Pentacles energy. Yep, who's getting left out? Yep. Okay, Queen of Cups. I like to see this. So you've matured. You see how that happened, okay? Since you went through this situation, you had to go through this situation, by the way, okay? This is just how the contract that you made with this person, you made a soul contract with whoever this person is that made you feel like you weren't good enough emotionally in the past. You made a contract with them because they had to teach you a lesson so that your soul could continue to evolve, okay? So now you were in this Daughter of Cups energy. If I can pick this card up with my nails. You see me like trying hard. Okay, so this Daughter of Cups energy is where you were in the past. Now in the present moment, you've matured into the Queen. Why? Because of what you had to go through with this person in the past. So you're literally in more of a mature position, and you're blocking out and leaving out in the cold anyone that makes you feel any less than how you choose to feel emotionally about yourself. You're valuing yourself more. You're showing yourself more love, okay? You're nurturing yourself more. You could be more in your self-care bag, knowing your worth, right? I know my worth, so I'm not going to settle for less next time. I learned from that past situation, right, that I can't accept every offer. Just because someone wants your number doesn't mean you give it to them. Just because someone wants to take you out on a date, it doesn't mean you say yes, right? Sometimes you say no. Why? Because they're not on your level, right? And they're going to pull your frequency and your emotional energy down to a place where it's going to have you trapped in this Ten of Swords in your mind, thinking, am I good enough? Am I showing enough love? Do I deserve love, right? You don't need that. So if this Queen of Swords energy, clarifying this Five of Pentacles, you're leaving anyone out in the cold in this present moment, guys, based on what you learned in this past situation, okay? So for this solar eclipse, you're basically moving forward in how you block communication from people that don't deserve your energy, that don't deserve your time. You're closing the gate on them, right? They're on the outside, right? You have set up stronger boundaries against people. It could specifically be against this person that's coming up that treated you in this way, okay? So again, Mercury's in retrograde. This person could be reaching back out to you with the Five of Pentacles energy around the time of this solar eclipse to reach back out and be like, you know, can I get another chance? Can I get a second chance? You're like, no. Like, Are you serious? You can stay out there where there's no abundance. I will leave you in the cold, literally. And I'm over in this gate. You're over here in this gate of luxury and abundance, okay? But they're feeling left out by you. And it's because you have set up stronger emotional boundaries because you know your worth. You're nurturing yourself. You're on a higher frequency, right? And that's come from you doing a lot of work on yourself. You doing a lot of internal work, okay? Could have been meditating. You could have gotten more into esoteric knowledge. You could have been meditating more. You could have been using sound bowls more, right? So whatever you were doing, it helped you to elevate yourself emotionally. All right, anything else to clarify this Five of Pentacles, please, Spirit? Anything else for this Five of Pentacles? Ooh. Yep, I'm walking away from the troubles in my life. I'm walking away. Oh, to find a brighter day, right? However that song goes, it just came in my head. But this is you right now, okay? Anyone that doesn't deserve of your energy, anyone right now that doesn't, that's trying to come back into your life, that's trying to hit you back up, that's trying to see if they can get a second, third chance or whatever, you're putting your foot down and saying, no, I know my worth. I know my value. I'm not giving you a second chance. I did in the past. In the past, I was all concerned with you. I was too concerned with trying to convince you to see my worth. I was too concerned with trying to prove to you that I was good enough to be in a relationship with you, to prove to you that, you know, we need to grow and be in a relationship together. But now I'm walking away from that because I realize we're focused on different things. We want different things for ourselves moving forward in the future. And I'm okay with that now. I've realized I'm okay with that. Right? So this is you in the present moment, showing more love for yourself, knowing your worth emotionally, right? And staying on your throne with this Queen of Cups. This could also be that you're involved with someone that could be a water sign, a feminine water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, that is showing you more value, that is on your level, that has maybe helped you to elevate yourself. So maybe you have someone that is a friend or a family member, or you've watched a course or attended a webinar with a coach or a healer or someone that helped you to feel more emotionally confident in yourself and trust your intuition more, okay? Your intuition could have definitely gotten stronger, all right? And you are listening to it when it helps, as it pertains to helping you make changes to free yourself, okay, from past situations, okay, that you were settling for and trying to convince people. You never need to convince people of your worth, okay? They know it or they don't. And if you find yourself having to convince people, right, that you're worthy of love, then you probably need to rethink whether you belong in that circumstance or relationship, or whether it's the right time for you, okay? So during the solar eclipse in Gemini, there could be people coming back into your life, but hold your ground, right? You know your worth. You know how far you've come, all right? And you were right the whole time. They're just only now seeing that. They could be coming back like, oh, you were so right. You made so much sense. I was so immature in the past. I wasn't in the right frame of mind, but da-da-da-da-da. And they could be saying all of this, and you're energetically feeling like you're still not ready. Like, you're coming to me still too soon. Like, you're still not on my level, and I know my worth. I don't need to spend any time trying to convince you or work with you like I did in the past. That's dead and dusted. Been there, done that, right? Tried to do that in the past, didn't work. We're not having no round twos. Saturn's in retrograde. I'm not going through that karmic cycle anymore, right? Right, Strawberry Quartz? Okay, so that's what's happening in the present moment during this solar eclipse in Gemini for you. Moving forward and knowing your self-worth, knowing how you need to possibly communicate with people to stay on your mature Queen of Cups type vibe. This could also be you being surrounded by loving people already, specifically a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, that is showing you that you are worth, you know, what your worth is. So now that you have someone in your environment that is appreciating you, that's showing you what it is like to actually have a partnership where someone loves you and cares for you, of course you're not going to settle for anyone trying to reach out to you from the past now to rekindle something that is not what you're on. That's not the vibe that you're on right now, right? So moving forward, this is Temperance. Definitely having patience with yourself, okay? If this person does reach out, don't get upset. Don't get like out of arms. Don't get, worked up. Stay in your own zone here with Temperance. You are rising. You are moving forward. You are succeeding. You are elevating, okay? But continue to balance it. If you find that some days you feel great about yourself, some days you don't feel so good about yourself, that's okay, right? You're still tempering. You're still needing to balance things out properly, okay? You're still healing from that past situation, right? But continue to expand, continue to grow, and take all of the ebbs and flows that come with that process and that journey of growth, okay? With that adventure, it's not going to be smooth sailing all of the time. Every day, you're not going to feel like a bad empress. You're not going to feel like the baddest emperor in the land every single day. But that's okay. Be patient with yourself, right? If you still think about this old situation and you think of, thoughts come up, that's okay. Meditate, work through them. Be patient with yourself, okay? Let's clarify. Can we clarify Temperance, please? Ooh. Dropped all of these. Okay. Let's try that again. Let's clarify Temperance, please. For my beautiful royals. Let's clarify Temperance. I like this energy, Strawberry Quartz. I like this energy of progression, but definitely just be patient with yourself during this time because there's still healing that I see, right? And I feel like when this person contacts you, you still may be like healing from the situation. So give yourself permission to heal. Even if you tell them no when they reach back out, 2020 is what I'm seeing here. The situation could have happened in 2020. You could have broken up with them in 2020. Yep. All right. So now that you've walked away from this person with the Seven of Swords, you notice some type of deceit, or you just wanted to get away to a healthier environment for you to continue to make changes and grow and develop yourself, okay? With this Two of Swords, stick to your decision, okay? Stick to your decision. You know what you want, okay? So Solar Eclipse in Gemini, meditate. For Strawberry Quartz especially, meditate, okay? And also journal. So after your meditation, journal. Get into a pen and paper, have a pen and paper ready, and just write some things down that come to mind about the communication that you need to have with yourself and possibly with other people, okay? Practice forgiveness. Make a list of the people that you forgive, right? And then be grateful for them. Be grateful for the moment and the stage that they entered your life, okay? And what they were able to teach you. Be grateful for them. Every person that you come into contact with that makes a very big impact in your life is a teacher. What did they teach you about you? That's what you need to write down during the solar eclipse in Gemini for everyone that chose the Strawberry Quartz, okay? So this is your little session. All right, that's all I'm seeing, right? Okay, Page of Swords, like I said, they could definitely come in. They could be spying on you, okay? So again, if you're more in tune with your emotions and you keep feeling like, why am I keep thinking about this person? Why does this person keep popping up in my head? It's more than likely because they are energetically thinking about you, okay? Snooping on you, keeping tabs on you, watching you, and you don't know it. They could have a fake account. They could just be snooping on your page because it's public, not liking any of your stuff, but just keeping tabs on you to see how you're doing. So if you're energetically and emotionally feeling like, why am I thinking about this person around the solar eclipse or the new moon in Gemini, this could be because this person is spying on you. All right? So again, forgiveness. First of all, forgiveness is for you. Forgive yourself for the situation, and then express gratitude for what you learned, what this person taught you about yourself, so you can keep leveling up, okay? Keep leveling up. All right, let me drink some water. And then we're gonna get to Pyrite. That tastes good. Okay. So now we're on to the Pyrite pile. So anyone that chose Pyrite, All right. And again, I will be saving this. So for anyone that is joining a little bit late, I'll do my best to timestamp as well. I'm going to do my best to timestamp and, you know, hopefully it's accurate. All right, so let's see. What messages are there for my Pyrite pal for the solar eclipse in Gemini, please, Spirit? What messages are there for Pyrite? Ooh, the Hierophant. I just want to get married. That's what came in my head. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no young, girl, we might as well do. Feel you on the long, girl, I must confess. Let's get married. Okay, I'm done. All right, one more. One more for the solar eclipse in Gemini for my Pyrite pal. Oh, okay, let's get one more shuffle because like 5 cards just came out. One more, Spirit, okay, one more. Have to be fair here. Everyone got 3. Usually there's always one pile that gets like extra cards, you know? Let's see. All right, thank you. Okay, so we have the Hierophant. Like I said, some of you in the past may have gotten married, may have gotten into some type of commitment, okay? This could also be commitment when it comes to a spiritual journey for my Pyrite pile, okay? So with this Hierophant energy, you definitely engaged in some type of commitment here. I'm going to go ahead and clarify. Let's clarify this Hierophant. Ooh. Okay, well, okay. Let's clarify the Hierophant. That popped out too. You see that popped out too quick. Okay, let's clarify the Hierophant, please, Spirit. Clarify the Hierophant. Tell me more about this Hierophant energy. We have the 8 of Swords. So someone was kind of trapped in their mental space, okay? For those of you that this Hierophant is representing a new spiritual journey that you engaged on, okay? You could have previously been all in your mind, caught up in your head, not really knowing where to turn, okay? Kind of being a little bit confused about life, being timid about, you know, making your mind up because you mentally felt trapped. There could have been a lot of outside influences that were trying to dictate your decision-making skills, right? All right. I'm going to clarify this 8 of Swords. Clarify this 8 of Swords. Where did this confusion come from? Wow. Okay, so for some of you, okay, with this Page of Cups coming out to clarify the 8 of Swords, this could definitely have been, for some of you, I'm getting like a religious view that you grew up with. So like a religion that you grew up with, okay, you were torn about it. It kind of kept you in your head. You maybe had a lot of questions, okay, but when you were younger, like your parents, people that were older than you, maybe were like, no, you can't do anything except be a Christian. You can't do anything but be Catholic. You're not allowed to do anything outside of what what this religion that you grew up in is trying to teach you. You're not allowed, okay? So there could have been a lot of restriction in terms of your ability to expand your mind from childhood, okay? It may have been very limited due to the environment that you grew up in, okay? You maybe felt really suffocated in your mental space, like you couldn't think for yourself, like you had to just do what you were told when you were a child, okay? And that kind of maybe took a bit of the love out of your situation with your family and your environment because it was just very stifling, okay? But with this 8 of Swords, it speaks of, you know, you feeling trapped but not really being trapped yet, because with this 8 of Cups, you made a decision to walk away from this in the past. You made a decision to leave behind that ideology, that thought process that, you know, your guardians, your parents, people that were older than you, like elders in your environment when you were a child that were trying to like drill a certain mindset into your head. You may have definitely walked away from that, okay, with this 8 of Cups coming out to clarify. You delved deeper into the esoteric knowledge, occult knowledge. You started to do research. You maybe started to read books on different types of philosophy, different religions. You expanded your mind and made the decision with this Hierophant energy to commit yourself to a new type of journey, right? That no one else in your environment really could lead you through. And by leading yourself through this, okay, as you can see, I feel like there are people that you also help to lead the way for them. By you taking that step out and on faith and making that change to free yourself from that mental slavery that you were going through as a child, okay, with that limitation and feeling stuck. Once you broke free and made with this judgment, when you made a decision, right, to embrace spirit, to embrace the divine, to embrace your intuition, okay, when you made that decision to embrace and actually transform, okay, because the judgment card is Pluto energy. When you went through that deep transformation, when you started uncovering esoteric and occult knowledge, okay, this helped you to walk away and make a decision, but then it also inspired other people, okay, to also follow in your footsteps. It inspired other people that you know and that you don't know, okay, to get on the right track and making decisions for themselves as well and honoring their journey. You may also have kind of created some kind of blueprint for people to follow in your footsteps, okay? You may also engage in some type of teaching with this Hierophant. So after you learn some type of knowledge, it's like each one teach one is what I'm hearing. So it's like you decided to reach back and help other people that had gone through similar circumstances to yourself, okay? And this is all coming up as past energy for you for the Pyrite pile. Okay, moving forward with this God of Wands, I am feeling like you have gained a lot of strength when it comes to taking actions, especially when it comes to your long-term ideas. Okay, and with this Panther here and this Panther energy here in the card, I definitely do feel like you are a lot stronger when it comes to your awareness of your darker side, okay? The actions that you take that may not be in full alignment with spirit, okay? And this could also be occult knowledge here. Let's go ahead and clarify this God of Wands for the present moment. Okay, we did have the lunar eclipse that was in the sign of Sagittarius, all right? And that was on the 26th of May, okay, when we had that lunar eclipse. God of Wands is fixed fire. So in the present moment, this could also be, and in the past moment, the Hierophant is also Taurus energy, okay? So Taurus could have been involved in this change, this freedom that you were experiencing in your past. You could be a Taurus, okay? But the Hierophant is also Taurus energy, I will say that, okay? And with the God of Wands, this is fixed fire, so this is Leo energy. So moving forward, you're feeling a lot more confident in your power and your ability to stand on your beliefs. Okay, you see how he has crystals at the top of his wand? It's like, I don't want to say letting your freak flag fly, but like, you know what I mean? Letting your spiritual flag fly. Letting your, like basically showing people and embracing and being okay with and being confident with expressing your new ideology that you've taken on. So say, for example, you grew up in an all-Christian and all-Catholic environment, community, home, right? Now you're with the solar eclipse in Gemini being prompted to let that spiritual flag fly. Be more confident in claiming your power and letting people see that you're passionate about esoteric or occult knowledge or spirituality. Letting people see your confidence through social media and communicating with them, sharing information, being a teacher to people, really stepping into that position of power and being a leader, right? So you may really be stepping into that with this solar eclipse in Gemini energy, stepping into your confidence and being able to really express yourself based on what you're really passionate about, regardless of what other people think, regardless of how different it is to how you were raised, okay? And yeah, standing 10 toes on that. Really clarify this God of Wands, please. Yep, you're releasing that, okay? 10 of Swords. You're releasing what other people think. You're releasing the pain from the past. Okay, you may have done a lot of shadow work. Yep, beautiful, right? Ace of Wands and the Fool card just popped out, okay? So you're releasing any of this mental energy here, okay? With the 10 of Swords, anything that's been holding you back, any mental energy that's been playing over in your mind, like, oh, my family's gonna disown me, I'm gonna have so many people, my family, my friends that I grew up with probably follow my social media, they're gonna be so confused when I start posting new stuff about this new spiritual knowledge that I want to share with the community and teach, right? They may be so surprised when I start saying I want to launch a website that sells crystals. They might be so surprised when I start talking about being a shaman, right? Because of the Panther energy and helping people with their shadow work. They may be so confused with all this stuff if I post it, right? That could be what's going on in your mind. But during this solar eclipse in Gemini, it's wanting you to release that energy, release that pain, release that hurt, release what other people may think, because all that's doing is holding you back. And that situation is over. That time in your life is over. That stage and that cycle is now wanting to end. Saturn is in retrograde. You can break that karmic cycle, right? And step into this Fool energy. Like I said, the Fool, Uranus is in Taurus. So the Fool in the tarot represents Uranus, okay? So Uranus is in Taurus. There could be a lot of value that comes. You could get a lot of unexpected money. As soon as you start telling people you're selling crystals, as soon as you tell people about this new passionate venture that you have that may be linked to spirituality, and you put yourself out there and you communicate that, okay, with this new cycle, with the solar eclipse in Gemini, you could start seeing a lot of unexpected money come in. You could start to see a lot of people in your community that you never thought would be interested in what you're sharing, see value in you, right? Express that value with Uranus and Taurus very unexpectedly. So keep that in mind. With this Ace of Wands, this is definitely, with the solar eclipse in Gemini for you, a great opportunity for you to step into new beginnings and how you're taking action. So Mercury's in retrograde, okay? You need to be planning, write things down, journal. This solar eclipse could bring a lot of unexpected ideas to help you launch yourself out there once Mercury goes direct around the 22nd of this month. So be planning. What new actions do I want to take? How do I want to come out in the world? How do I want to plant new seeds that will help me to take actions that are in alignment with how I feel about myself, right? Because people may not know how confident you feel about yourself in the long-term plans that you have of taking action. You may be the only one that knows the plan. This solar eclipse in Gemini is asking you to get into a new beginning of sharing the plan. Take a leap of faith. Believe in yourself. Be confident in yourself with this God of Wands. I feel like you do have confidence, right, when it comes to your knowledge in the specific area, but I feel like with the solar eclipse in Gemini, it's wanting you to communicate that with the world, with your community, right? You may have tried it in the past. That was the past. Saturn's in retrograde now. You can break through that karmic loop and have unexpected value that other people see in you, okay? Based on you pursuing your dreams with Jupiter and Pisces, okay? So take that leap of faith, okay? Start that new journey. Start that new website. Start planning and writing down that new product or service, right? Start planning your content for how you're going to come out on Instagram and change your whole Instagram. Start designing or coming up with the name of your new Instagram that's going to be linked to all your spiritual information or whatever you're wanting to share right now that's linked to a passion that you're confident about, but maybe other people don't know about because you haven't communicated it, okay, yet. This is what the solar eclipse in Gemini is wanting you to do. Take that passion and communicate it to the world because it can make you a lot of money, okay? And when you make some money from it, book a session, right? All right, book a session so we can keep this going and you can keep building your empire. Now let's move forward to the future moment. You have the sun, okay? You're about to be famous. Okay, the sun energy is Leo. So by Leo season, after this solar eclipse with this new beginning, if you really take this energy and walk with it to start something new, all right, then you could really see a big return in how people celebrate you and see you in Leo season specifically, okay, with this Sun card. There's a lot of abundance that is wanting to come to you based off of the information that you know and based off of the work that you've done. The work wasn't for nothing, but the work cannot be celebrated if you're not including other people, which is the entire reason why we have a destiny, why we have a path, is to help impact and raise the vibration of the planet. So if you're not sharing your sun rays with anyone, no one can see you shine. All right, so you need to let people see you shine in the future as you move forward from the solar eclipse in Gemini. Allow people to see this beautiful radiant energy, right? The Empress wanted to peek out at me. You're creating something. You are a creator. Okay, say it with me. I am a creator. I am a creator, right? So what are you creating? What have you been working on that people don't know about, that you haven't shared with word yet? Okay? Whatever these past structures, it may be unexpectedly toppled down. You may unexpectedly have the urge to leave your job, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Moving forward, you may start to shine so bright that you may leave behind old structures that no longer suit you, okay? This is Mars energy with the Tower card here in the Tarot. So this is definitely you taking actions to get more in alignment with how you need to radiate your confidence in the world and set yourself free. You see that? I know you see this dove. I know you see this dove. What do they usually do with doves? At weddings, at funerals, they set the doves free and they start flying, right? So you need to set yourself free so that you can shine like the sun and radiate and share your rays with the world. You may be stifled with a job or a certain location. I want to clarify this towel. Clarify this towel, please. Let's clarify this towel energy. Why did this? Okay. Yep, Four of Wands, okay? So you could definitely be leaving a job. You could be leaving a certain position that once made you happy. For some of you, to be honest, this is a relationship. For some of you, that's keeping you weighed down, okay? That could unexpectedly end. This person could secretly be jealous of you. They could secretly be envious of your shine. They could be someone that is blocking your shine, okay? Clarify this tower. Clarify the Tower energy, please. Really beautiful energy with the Sun card here. Clarify the Tower. Yep, you need to make a decision. Okay, when this comes up, you need to make a decision here. Do you want to shine or do you not want to shine? Do you want to teach or do you not want to teach? Do you want people to see how confident you are or do you want to stay hidden forever? Right? Those are the decisions that you need to make. But it needs to be something that you decide so that you can transform with this Judgment card here. As I said, it represents Pluto. There's deep transformation, right? And once that deep transformation happens, it will lead you to this sun energy. It will lead you to this radiant energy here. Your ability to shine effortlessly just by being yourself, just by being in your natural energy, right? So definitely be sure to make sure that if this is you, Pyrite Pile, that you're making decisions, okay, based on what you've taught yourself, based on the commitment to your spiritual journey that you've made, regardless of naysayers, people in your environment, and taking actions that will help you to move forward and express that and communicate that more, right? Be okay with taking that leap of faith and moving forward. It will really pay off in the abundance that you see come back to you, because abundance is a frequency. When you radiate that abundant frequency, it's like a beacon call and all of the abundance comes flowing into you because you're resonating on the same frequency, right? All right, so that's all I'm seeing for these three piles. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. These were your messages for the solar eclipse in Gemini. If all three messages were for you, then they were for you. But I love you guys so much. If you would like a personal, definitely click book now on my Instagram profile, and I'm looking forward to our one-on-one session. Also, don't forget to tune in to Astro Tea on Sundays with me and my co-host Nikki, so that you can see all of the amazing transits that are coming up for the next week, so that you can align yourself powerfully and keep building your empire. All right, so I'm Empress Lazuli. You are your empire. I love you all so much. Have a wonderful solar eclipse in Gemini, and I will see you soon. Bye.